Are you deliberately keeping me waiting?
あ、見えない。
We're in luck. There's an execution today. We really don't want to miss that.
The verdict has been passed. Unlawful efficiency has been proven beyond reasonable doubt. The defendant has accepted the judgment. Execute the convicted party. Good
なん
work.
てことを
Know
す
the
るん
drill.
だお前。
Pick up your posts as soon as you're done.
助けとったかな。
I was wondering how long they were going to let him get away with his behavior. Next, we'll head on over to our research facility.
Did you know him?
Barely. I know he was one of the collectors from one of the back offices in the depot.
What were his crimes?
Anyone who violates the directive is executed. Simple as that. That seems to shock you? You must remember the directive and what it says.
That doesn't mean I like it.
Is that pity in your voice? Interesting. I've heard you've let your emotions run wild. Let's walk and talk about it. Don't think that we have no emotions. We were forced to accept that being emotionless didn't help our evolutionary development. It blinded us. It made it possible for someone like you to almost bring us down. That's why everyone is given only as much ELXE as they need to do their job as effectively as possible. Can we carry on? Right now, we're standing in front of the Computing and Research Center. This is where the optimal level of ELXE consumption is calculated, among other things.
What is the optimal amount, then?
That depends on your assignment. A tactician who doesn't fear for his troops won't be an effective tactician. On the other hand, a guard who's afraid of killing is not an efficient guard. The middle way seems to be the best choice.
Middle way? What do you mean?
Being completely emotionless did not bring us any closer to our goal. But too many emotions won't help us either. We're looking for an ideal compromise. And when it comes to making these calculations, this research facility is particularly good. Now, if you have no more questions, I have something else to show you. Follow me.
You were talking about an experiment. What should I expect?
We're trying to breed children who...
Hang on. You're doing what?
We're creating a new generation of rationally thinking tacticians. Let's go into the classroom and have a quick listen. Maybe we can learn something.
ロボットロボットそうそう
The lesson from last time should still be within easy recall. We will practice it again today. Sit down. Good. Now, remember yesterday's practice. Concentrate.
Teacher,
No questions, Makar. Do not make me repeat myself. Feel the emotion welling up inside you. Remember last week's punishment. Feel the fury it caused rise inside you. If it threatens to overwhelm you, try focusing on the equations we learned yesterday. Were you able to call up the anger? If so, I want you to give me the solution to the problem. If not, we'll repeat last week's punishment. Inefficiency will not be tolerated. Practice at home, then complete a 3-page report on your emotional stability indices. Makar, I especially want to see yours. I'm concerned about your progress. Improve.
yes, ma'am.
Session complete. You can go.
As you can see, the kids here are thriving. The ELXE experiments seem to be going well.
So what exactly are the kids learning here?
We're training them to achieve similar efficiency without ELXE as they would with it.
Wait, you mean the kids aren't getting any ELXE?
Right. It's an attempt to breed efficiently without the addition of ELXE. Most albs never learn to handle emotion. Without ELXE, many of us are completely at the mercy of our feelings. That's what we're trying to prevent from happening with these children. They're taught how to deal with emotions without neglecting their efficient thinking.
Without ELXE, they're nothing more than normal people, aren't they?
No. As soon as they're of age, they'll be given their daily ELXE rations like everyone else. According to our calculations, with access to ELXE, emotionally strengthened albs should be able to reach the next stage of evolution.
What makes you think this could work?
Because it worked in the past. With you. You were an alb and managed to keep your emotions under control. We suspect that's the only reason you were able to stand up to the hybrid. We're studying this phenomenon and trying to recreate it so we can perfect it. But if you want to know more, you should talk to our scientists. Let's keep going. We are about to enter the collector's sector. They're responsible for finding ELXE and bringing it to the silos. It's not particularly demanding.
A human? Why are you here? How did you get here? How was it allowed?
What did you call me? I had a higher rank in the Alps than you'll ever have.
Ah, yes. I recognize your features. Are you the traitor?
To some. Not without reason, either.
It's really you. Very interesting. Your overthrowing of the hybrid totally changed how we process emotion. I'm probably one of the very few here who don't hate you for that. All my work is based on what you achieved.
What are you working on?
As the only teacher, I am responsible for supervising our young. I have been since we started letting them grow up without ELXE as an experiment. Are you interested in the emotional development of our younger generation?
Yeah, what exactly is involved?
The integration of ELXE into an organism causes neurochemical processes inhibiting emotion. Exactly how this happens remains unclear. Here with the children, we're trying to create the effect of ELXE consumption without the introduction of ELXE itself, through mental exercises alone. This is my primary goal, developing the emotional strength of our young.
Tell me more about your teaching.
What do you want to know?
What do the children do in their free time?
They have emotions like everyone, so I imagine they do the same as other children. Learning and preparing for the next lesson.
How old are the children when they first receive ELXE?
We do not yet know. This experiment is the first of its kind. Emotional development is not something that can simply be planned.
Do the kids learn anything else here besides emotion control?
Of course. A large part of the program consists of training in biotechnical sciences. The fusion of living beings and machines. Our mutants being a good example of an application of this science.
Are you still able to control the mutants?
That is a good question. There is report data of ELXEters that can still control mutants, but it is unconfirmed. What is confirmed is how regularly our patrols are attacked by them. That being the case, I'm short of objects for my students to examine.
You need mutants for your classes?
Yes? That gives me an idea. Moz says you're a good soldier. I'd like to hire you as a supplier.
Supplier? For mutants, or what?
That's right. You could supply me with mutant parts. Of course, I would provide you with motivation in the form of payment. So, what do you think?
I'll get you mutants for your class.
Good. Let's start with something easy. I set some bait with my students last week to attract rote mulches.
Rote mulches? Those disgusting rat-like mutants?
Yes, that's an accurate description. The class and I treated the bait with a contrast medium that makes the creature's entrails glow. Now we collect them so I can demonstrate how the inner organs of the mutants are laid out. Any questions?
About the mutants. Where do I find the rote mulches?
You go out the south gate. In front of the gate, you keep right. There's an old house there. That's where my class and I set the bait. It should have been there long enough to attract some rote mulches by now. If you could bring me 6 of them, that should be enough.
What would you have done if I wasn't hunting them for you?
I would have shot them myself. I am capable of killing a rote mulch. I know where to aim.
Would you be willing to teach me, too?
I think it would be unwise to have you amongst my students, but I see no reason I could not give you a private lesson. There's just one condition. Your thirst for knowledge must remain strong.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Excellent. We can begin as soon as you are ready.
Teach me something.
Very well. Let's begin.
これか。これやらんとあかんな。
Not bad.
Come on, move it.
やだね。オッケー。これ構成先。いい行くぜいい。ちょ。 腹減ってん。怖いよー。死んじゃうけど。ちょっともう復活してよ。してよ。ああ、きついきつい。おりゃ復活してくれ。壁を復活してくれ。素晴らしい。復活しろ。早く復活しろって。復活してくれ。復活しろ。なぜ復活しないんだ。おりゃ、あ、何そっち行くね。まだ復活しないの。だるまい。おいね、復活しろや。これはきつい。 やばい。いやー、寿司だまだし。
I got this.
オッケーオッケーオッケー。取ったかな。ドリアドリアあーくそ。なんですぐ死の。おりゃあくそ。あと一個あと一個あと一個。お邪魔します。入っていいの？大丈夫？大丈夫？大丈夫そう。あ？入っても大丈夫なのかな。起きてよ。バグってるかなこれ。起きない。そや起きひん。あれバグった。バグった。おーいバグってる。か一旦再起動。